sounds weird. Oh yeah, there's something wrong, yeah.
That's right. My bike definitely did not sound right. I thought it might have been from the clutch weight that I had just installed, but that checked out fine. So my next thought was a timing chain tensioner, as I'd had a problem with it in the past, and the engine was making the exact same sound. I currently have a Dirt Tricks tensioner installed after my stock one had failed a while back. I took the Dirt Tricks tensioner out and inspected it thoroughly, and inside I found a little sliver of metal, and I noticed that the adjuster was sliding in and out without locking. It appeared to me that the ratcheting paw inside the tensioner had failed, so the adjuster was allowed to go in and out without locking it all in place. So I sent away the Dirt Tricks tensioner back to the factory so that they could find out exactly what went wrong. And my hunch was correct. Inside here, there's a pair of teeth. It's kind of like a ratcheting system with a little pawl that moves up and down. And it turns out that this piece inside the Dirt Tricks tensioner was not hardened correctly. It's made out of steel and it's supposed to be hardened steel. Well, it wasn't hardened correctly and it ground off all the teeth so that the ratcheting mechanism could no longer work. And that made the adjuster here could move in and out with no resistance. And that is what caused all the noise. Both while the engine was running, this would be moving in and out slightly and causes a noise in the chain, the timing chain. And then if you stop the bike, you lose oil pressure, which is behind here, that pushes oil pressure for adjusting, automatic adjusting. And once you start the bike up, there's very little oil pressure, so the chain goes very slack and it makes a lot of noise until you build up some pressure and then it quiets down. And that's how I kind of figured out that that was the timing chain that was the problem. So you can see here I have the Dirt Tricks tensioner, and this is the stock tensioner. I had originally planned on putting back in a new stock timing chain tensioner when this one failed. I had sent this back to the factory, but I didn't request for it to be replaced. I just wanted to know what was wrong with it. And they stood behind their product. They rebuilt this one and sent it back to me, which I did not request at all. So, you know, they really do stand behind their product. I thought it was a little strange that they rebuilt the one that I sent them instead of sending me a brand new unit. But you know, it's their warranty, it's their product, and that's what they thought was best. I did buy another stock unit here because my original timing chain tensioner, the stock one, actually failed at around 60 hours. That's why I switched over to the Dirt Tricks. And the Dirt Tricks one failed in 20 hours. Now, I guess I'm having a really bad time with timing chain tensioners here, but hopefully my luck will change. So I'm just going to reinstall the Dirt Tricks and see how that goes. You can remove the tensioner while the engine's still in the bike. It is a bit of a pain in the neck because there's not much room here, but it can be done. And one of the things I found was to remove the front plug, I cut down an Allen wrench so you can get it in there. It makes things much easier because there's not much room and it's pretty tight. Other than that, just follow the manual and everything should go pretty smoothly. So while I was investigating everything, I ran a camera down the spark plug tube here, and you could see the top of the piston. Now it looks like there's some gold pieces in there amongst the carbon deposits. I can't tell if that's actually the top of the piston, you know, that's the color of the piston, or whether some metal got in there and it fused itself to the top of the piston. If anybody knows, please let me know. I'd love to figure that out. All right, I guess it's time to start it and see if the sound went away. Yeah. Wow, it didn't even have to build up pressure, oil pressure. It was quiet right from the start. So that definitely took care of the problem. It's just the little timing chain tensioner. Wow, well that's good. I'm glad I figured it out. And now maybe I can go riding. It's been 4 or 5 weeks since I've gone. The bike's been down, I've been busy at work, but I'm glad I found out what the problem is, and now I can be confident about going back and riding alone and having the reliability of a machine that's not going to fail. Anyway, see you guys later.
As much fun as it is to watch these videos, why don't you get on out there and make your own adventures? The memories you make will last you a lifetime.